Oh, we're going to talk about checking accounts. Now we're in our financial unit, financial literacy. But before we do so, let's talk about our last lesson, which was over making a prediction about a population. How many people did Jeremy use for his sample? If you add all of this up, let's see, be 5, 8, 10, carry to 1, 50 people. He did a survey, from what I can tell, about people's favorite movie type. He asked a sample size of 50 people, a person. He asked 50 people about what do you think about about your favorite movie type. Instead of asking the entire general population, he took a sample. From that sample, he can make a prediction about what the general population think. If Jeremy were to ask any person to name his or her favorite type of movie, what is the probability that it would be comedy? 20 people selected comedy out of 50, or 2/5 shows comedy. I mean, 2 out of every 5 person, if you get 5 random people from the street, 2 out of every 5 person will say comedy is their favorite. If Jeremy were to survey 250 people, how many would you predict would name comedy? So comedy is 20 out of 50, and he asked out of 250 people. That's the whole. What part is it? So I build it up by 5, build it up by 5, and I get 100 people who like comedy out of 250 people. So I'm going to get 2 out of every 5. All right, next one. Consumers, so in our financial unit, consumers open checking accounts at banks or credit unions to keep their money safe. Because if you leave it underneath your mattress, there's a higher chance that someone's going to rob you. When an account owner puts money into an account, it is called a deposit. You're depositing it, you're leaving it with the bank. What mathematical operation does a deposit represent? Add. Name some ways to deposit money to account. Well, I can go to the bank and fill out a deposit slip, hand them my checks. So I deposit checks or cash. Direct deposit. When your parents get paid, the company deposit money straight into the checking account. So you don't have to physically go to the bank, stand in line, hand them your check. What else ways can I deposit money to account? I can transfer money. If I have a savings account, I can call them up or go online and transfer money into my checking account. Or if I'm linked up to my mom or dad at my college, and say I don't have enough money, they can transfer money into my account. Those are different ways you can get more money added to your account. When an account owner takes money out of the account, it is called a withdrawal. You're taking money out. What mathematical operation does the withdrawal represent? Subtract. Name some ways that you can withdraw money from account. Well, you go to an ATM machine. You go to any bank, you put in your card, you enter a PIN number, 4-digit PIN number, and then you're able to withdraw money out. Use your PIN or debit card. You ever see your parents like at a store and instead of using a credit card, they use a debit card. They enter a 4-digit code and it takes money out of their checking account and they're able to buy something with their purchase. Name someone. Oh, you write a check. If you write a check, you are withdrawing or taking money out of your account. If you go to the bank teller and showing them your ID, you can withdraw money by taking money away from your account. So, deposit is adding money to the bank. It goes in, goes out. It's called withdrawal. So let's do some simple instances. Debbie paid her rent by writing a check for $400. Right, by writing a $400 check to her landlord. Is that depositing money into her account or withdrawing? If she's writing a check, then she's going to get less money. That's a withdrawal. Money is automatically transferred into Debbie's checking account for earnings from her job. That's a deposit. It's just automatically going inside. She's getting more money. Debbie went shopping for some dog treat. When she checked out, she entered her 4-digit PIN code Do you know what PIN stand for? Personal identification number. At the register and paid with her debit card. That's a withdrawal because she's paying for something. She's withdrawing money in order to pay it. Debbie wanted cash to pay for the cost of a movie ticket. She stopped at ATM machine, entered a code, a PIN code, and took cash out of the machine. That's a withdrawal. She's taking money out of her checking to pay for a movie ticket. Debbie received 2 checks for her birthday. She went to the bank, filled out a slip, and gave the check to the bank teller. So she's depositing. She's going to the bank and say, here's the check. Give me some cash for this paper check. So what we're going to do now is, in adult life, we get a checkbook. You get a statement like this. From this statement, as told, you're supposed to regularly fill it out. I don't. I just go online and see what happens. So Rhonda chooses her SBA Bank Spirit checking account. She opens an account with an initial deposit of $50. She received for her birthday. Rhonda chooses to have overdraft protection on her account. This means if she does not have the funds to cover a transaction, the bank will pay the debit and charge her a $30 overdraft item fee. I mean, if you ever have negative money, they'll pay it, but then you'll be charged a $30 overdraft fee. The check register below shows the transaction Rhonda made during the first month her account was open. Some of the amounts are missing. Oh, great. I guess we're going to have to fill it out. So she started with $50. She deposited, added $121 to it, 80 cents. Now her balance is $171.80. Then her mom's cell phone payment, she paid her mom $50 of this. So what's $171.80 take away, because a debit is withdrawal, you're taking $50, so it'll be $121.80. Deposit, then she get paid $152.25. So now she has $274.05. Then she has to pay car insurance. Do you notice how her balance has decreased? The question is, how much has it decreased? $274.05 minus $229.05. Subtract, regroup. So her car insurance costs $45. She had a debit of $45. And so now it's $229.05. Then she took money cash out. So now she took $30 cash out, so she had $199.05. But then she had to pay an ATM fee. So it dropped by $2. So her ATM fee is $2. If you don't use your own bank, you have to pay an extra surcharge, a fee, about $2 or $3 fee to the bank for using another bank service. Rip-off, total rip-off, by the way. So that's why people go to Walgreens and buy something like a gum and buy something cheap, and then you're able to withdraw money for free. So she got paid $121.80. Now she has $318.85. She bought some clothes for $53.46. So she had $318.85, and she bought some clothes at Clothes Barn for $53.46. How much money does she have left? 9. That's 3. 8 minus 3 is 5. Regroup. 6. So she has $265.39. Then she went to Burger U and spent $9.52. Now she only has $255.87. Now she got paid. How much did she get paid in her paycheck? So now her balance is $377.67. So $377.67 minus $255.87. 0. Regroup. 1, 16, 8, 7, 5 is 2. So she got paid $121.80, just like in her previous paycheck. Then she has to pay a car payment. God, I wonder. So she had $121.80. Sorry, stop. She has a balance of $377.67. And she has a car payment of $110.63. 40762. Now she has $267.04. Then she went to Jumping Taco and spent $14.32. Now she has $252.72. Then she went to transfer to saving. She took out $25 to transfer saving. Now she has a balance of $227.72. A lot of people, including me, use, thank goodness for an online banking. And online banking, all of this is done for you automatically. But what if you don't have online banking? I'm not sure why you wouldn't have it, but if you just don't have online banking, you would have to physically do this all by hand or with a calculator. So with a calculator, you can use this to solve it. So can you fill out a balance chart? Did you do a debit by withdrawing money or depositing, which you're adding money? So in today's lesson is, if you're given money, and there's instances where you deposit, withdraw, would you know what operation to do? Will you know how to add or subtract? And can you find the closing balance of it?